Hey there and welcome back to the channel. This is Natasha from Crafting Compassionate Love, and today I am going to be sharing with you all my December setup in my B6 disc bound planner. I am mostly using the Frost and Frolic collection from Coco Daisy, and I think it turned out super cute. I recently just shared a November flip through video, which I'll leave here in the cards. And through that flip through, it's an after the pen. You can see how I used my planner for the month. And I had some takeaways that I wanted to bring into my setup this month. And so I'll point those out along with just some of the cute details that I decided to do. I switched these over to these silver Martha Stewart discs. I don't typically use silver. I'm more of like a gold girl, but I thought that this would be fun to just mix it up. These covers I have created from Dollar Tree placemats, believe it or not. And I cut it down to size just to go ahead and give it a little extra on the side. I do take my planner to and from work with me, so to give that extra protection to my tabs, I just extended it quite a bit. That's personal preference. You could totally make this any size you like, and that's kind of the benefit of a DIY. Now for the cover here, I had done something similar with these pockets, I want to say in my September setup, and I thought it was really cute, and I just liked how this looked with the polka dots and the Christmas lights. And then I am such a fan of non-traditional Christmas colors, so I just was really having a ton of fun with this collection with all the pinks and aqua tones. I live in Southwest Florida, as many of you might know, and so I like having a little bit of a more colorful Christmas than a traditional Christmas, because it's definitely very warm outside, and so things like this kind of make me chuckle because it's significantly cooler inside than it is out. So one of the first things as we dive in here is I've made this sticky dashboard using some of the note papers along with some of the Post-its from the collection, and then I added some other ones. I believe that this is from the Planner Spot or the Paper Panda, maybe, either one, as I thought that these cream colors kind of pulled out some of the neutrals in the collection. This is one of the overlays that I just trimmed and punched to size. Now to make this, it's really simple. It's not super cute on the back, but all I'm doing is just taking a few sheets, not going overboard because I don't want to add too much bulk to my planner, but just a little bit of adhesive to the back and stick it on, and it's good to go. I really haven't had any issues with it. Over here on the left-hand side, I would like to do like a little winter bucket list for the month. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm debating if I just want to like add stickers here or maybe the Post-its, and that's how I can add those different items to it, not to go overboard. Here is just another little topper that I wanted to do using one of the 3x4 cards from the journal card only kit, and I just added some fun stamping to the back here with a combination of this year and last year's stamp set, or maybe this is from 2 years ago. I like to bring out all of my holiday stamps and put them together. That way they can get like a lot of use during the season. This is one of the customizations that will be up on the blog. I still need to add some to it. I decided something that did not work for me last month was the goals. I think it was just like too intimidating for that big blank sheet. So this, I've decided I will just do 3. That's plenty for the month. And I used these picture frames that had come in one of the memory keeping kits, along with some stickers and die cuts as well. That will be up on the blog along with some of these other items in more detail, so be sure to check that out. There's so many resources on the blog that I definitely recommend giving it a look when you are in need of inspiration. Rachel works very hard to put that together over at the Life Facilitator. So one thing that I have is my main dividers here, which you see the tabs on the side. And as I mentioned, I used one of the journal cards, and this is another one of the journal cards, just smaller. This is to break up like more subsections or things that I want to be able to reference easily. For this card, I just double stuck two together and add a tab on it, so that way I do have the monthly calendar, and on this side, just a really inspiring quote. I did add some of my notes that I had brought over from past months into this. I know it's not super cute, but it is functional, and I didn't want to lose these ideas. I did decide to trim down some classic size Happy Planner paper that I've had in my stash for ages. I want to use it up. It's taken space, so I've trimmed it down and added it here. This is kind of my Crafting Compassionate Love section for content and some business ideas. Now I'm moving into the main insert. Now I get the B6 inserts that are not bound. They come unpunched, so you can use it for a disc bound system like I have here, or for rings, depending on your preference. So moving into my dividers, we'll just do a little cute look-see over these. I've got my first one here, and I just think it's so cute how it turned out. I used Post-its as kind of for the background, one of the journal cards. I actually think this is one of the dashboards, and then paired it with some pattern paper and some enamel dots. Super cute. Next up, I have my weekly section, and this was actually my favorite one that I did. So this is the color card that comes in the planner add-on that I love. I really like this little tea mug, so I just stamped that out with some ink in each one of the grids, and then added some stickers. These word sentiments are from the memory keeping sticker kit, and I think some of these are from the main planner add-on, just keeping them small to size. These are some of the large box stickers that I just tear along with some washi from one of the collections as well. Then moving on to my daily. Now, as I mentioned, it's very warm outside, so this doesn't apply, but I really, to me, the sentiment, but I loved the color, so I wanted to include it. I think this navy and the light blue with the pink is just really pretty, and this polka dotted pattern is definitely one of my favorites, and I really enjoy pairing my tabs with each divider. I feel like it just adds to its personality, and I think that's a ton of fun. Next up is the last divider I've done here, and I thought this one was tons of fun. I was kind of stuck on what to do, and then I was looking at the strips of paper, and I was like, I could do a Christmas tree. So this is my Christmas tree that I did from just the trim down of the scraps from the dividers that I had cut out. So I just alternated the sizes and the patterns, and I stuck with just, you know, a few options here, and then added a stamped snowflake up at the top. So that's a look at the dividers. Now, as I was mentioning, I do use the journal cards for sub-tabs, and I did decide to kind of add a little bow to the weekly one and to the daily that you'll see in just a second. I thought this one was so cute, so I wanted to have that throughout the month for my weekly place. And then here is another one, 'Tis the Season. This is another one that I decided to back up two of them. So I've got this quote here that I thought was really cute, and I added that paper clip and a tab along with some a little die cut detail there. So these help me kind of navigate my way through my planner and just reference things quickly. Now, kind of hopping back to the contents of my planner, I decided that I wanted to continue to use these weekly color striped pages as lists and projects sheets like I did last month. I have a short here on Instagram, or excuse me, YouTube, and then over on Instagram as well, whatever is easier for you to catch that, of me showing how I set this up for just kind of listing and just basic to like more detailed lists. So I plan to use that again in this way for December. Now, to just block out the weekly days of the week, I pair two washies together just to be able to fully kind of white that out, if you want to say. Now, if you're looking real closely, you can still see it's kind of poking out, but that doesn't bother me. And if anything, you could put another sticker on it. So those are all prepped, ready to go, except this one is still blank, which I can add to later on. Then I have my weekly section. I started planning out this next week already, and I have gone ahead and pre-decorated / set up my graph paper that's in between the 2 weeks already. And I talked about this in my November flip through video. I started doing a week in review. So I've added a designated week in review section. And then something that I'm adding for December is this section here, December moments, where I just want to jot down any special moments or just any memories that I want to specifically remember to highlight in my December documenting. I do not do a designated December daily album. I've tried in the past and it just hasn't worked for me. So this year I'm merging it into my weekly planning, similar to how I did in my gratitude project plans that I'll link up here in the cards as well. I'm just incorporating pocket pages and 6x8 layouts within my weekly documenting. Anyways, getting on a tangent, but I want to remember those little details, and I think that's what makes each day within the holidays special, and just kind of makes that difference between like this year and last year. So this is going to help me, just that prompt to write these things down. So as I mentioned, lots of fun stamping details here. I just really enjoyed that. Now for this one still, and I used one of the roller stamp sets that came in one of the kits. Oh goodness, I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember if it was this month or last. Nonetheless, I did use that each week as part of the consistent setup, and I really enjoy having those repeated elements in my planner. I think it looks cohesive, and then too, it's just kind of like less decisions when it comes to the setup. I've got my dailies ready to go. I did transfer over some November ones for reference that I want to keep. And then back here I have my notes section. This is how I plan to document our food spending for next month, just to kind of keep control on the budget, because as you all know, things are so pricey right now, and so we tend to spend the most money around food because we cook a lot at home, so which is good, but also we need to just kind of still keep it reined in here. So I'm hoping that this will help me out. And like I mentioned, I had trimmed down those the Happy Planner classic size papers, so added a few more of those. And then I did bring over some of the dailies that I used more for note-taking for reference for this upcoming month. Then, last but definitely not least, I have this sticker pouch that I made, and I'm going to add, did I have a reel on this? I made this a few months ago, and I actually, looking at this, I'm going to add a little bit of washi here. I had done somewhat of a rough cut when I originally did this, and so this is the clear pocket that came, I want to say, in either September or October, and I trimmed it down and put it in my punch. Ooh, I'm not doing a very good job here. I'm trying to multitask and talking to y'all and doing this at the same time. So I had put it in the punch, and then I cut this slit, and I did not do like the cleanest on the edge, but I've been adding just a little bit of washi, that's better, on the edge just to give it a cleaner look, and it's just adding one more spot of beautiful detail from the collection. Now I backed it with one more pattern paper just to, why not, add that extra color in there, and when it's laying out, it looks really pretty. So I did, I like to do this and make a little mini sticker book. I just add a small staple to the top of these sheets. So these are like all of the planner add-on ones. This is from the classified planner kit, main planner kit. And then I decided to be a bit of a rebel and cut these in half. They come in the main planner kit, but I will better utilize these when I have them really easily accessible, as I'm doing like my dailies or my weeklies, and I have these just to grab quickly. I find that I use it the most. So looks not super cute when it's cut up like this, but it makes it functional for me. And at the end of the day, it's really important to me that not only do things look cute, but they also are functional and support me in living an intentional life, which planning is such a major tool for me to accomplish that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. It's a bit of a chatty one. Hopefully you have been able to walk away with some ideas on how to set up December if you haven't done so already, or for future setups. I think that there are definitely some things that you could try out here, and I definitely encourage you to really think through how can you make, that pretty and cute part of creating planning work for you, in addition to like the functional part of supporting your goals. And I think that this is, for me personally, a really great combo of that. If you enjoyed this planner setup video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up to let me know. I always really enjoy reading your comments, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I will link everything that I have mentioned in today's video down below. And until next time, I will see you all later.